Hey everyone, welcome back to Ducks Play Retro Games not.com but .YouTube channel. Today we're going to look at a very small 6-switch Atari with a couple of very small Atari games. We've got a Pac-Man, we've got a Centipede, and two controllers to give you some scale. Here is my finger. It is small, and you can see that it's all black. And what I'm going to do is paint it to match a normal Atari 6-switch console, kind of like this guy over here. So this little tiny Atari came from Teeny Tiny Things, appropriately named. Bought it there a few weeks back. I'm going to get it ready for the Ducks because the Ducks play retro games. So I'm going to get my setup all ready and we'll start painting. And we're back. So I'm going to be using the paints from Citadel today. They're the ones that you can paint Warhammer models with. I've never played Warhammer, but they're pretty good paints. Now the problem with what we're going to do here is it's pretty freaking small. I do not expect to actually write out letters. I'm just really interested in giving the impression of something there. So I'm going to start out with some white, and what goes on first is basically right up here above the cartridge slot is where it says video computer system. So what I'm going to do is get a little bit of white on my brush and just make it very dry and just kind of brush it in, just like there might be some actual letters there. Get it a little bit wet. Get it a little bit white. I am not a master painter by any stretch of the imagination. Hopefully I don't totally jack this up. And hopefully my magnifying glass doesn't obscure your vision. That's basically what I'm looking for. Video computer system. Perfect. It looks like nothing, but it's something, which is more than it was before. Gotta wash off my brush here. Alright, so didn't quite mention it before, but I'm just going to work from the middle out. That way I'm not working over myself here. So next up, I'm going to do I gotta figure out what color that is. Hold on one second. Okay. Always important to know your color scheme. So next, there's the switches. There's 3 on this side. Let me point at this. 3 on this side, 3 on this side. The power switch, which is the leftmost switch, is red. Everything else is orange. And not the switch itself. The labeling on the top and a little kind of set of dashed lines down the side. So what I'll do is I'll mark the orange over on the right side. Then I'll come back and do the orange on the left side, and then the red. So I'll get the orange ready here. It's not really orange. Maybe it's orange. I'm colorblind. This is Averland Sunset. Kind of a burnt yellow, orangey 70s, 80s color. It's good enough for me. Alright, so we're going to do the same thing here. A little bit of water, a little bit of paint. Not very much. Don't really need a whole lot for what we're doing here. Spin it off. Really get it kind of dry, but nice and pointy. Put my magnifiers back on here. Starting, maybe I'll do the labels on the top first. So, there's a little label right there. A little label right there. And a little label right there. These are like the difficulties and the reset. And since I'm in here, I'll just go ahead and do these two as well. Alright. Then I'll switch it. And I'll do little lines. Doop. And doop. Doop, and doop, oops, doop. There we go. Just a little hint of color. That's all we need of that for right now. Rinse the brush. I think the ducks are going to be happy with this. Now we've got the power switch. Power switch. I didn't have any red Citadel paint in my collection, so I went down to the store that's close by because the Warhammer store was closed. I got me some Revel. Yeah, I already said, but it's red. So we're going to do the same thing. Pretty sure I got to pry this up, so grab a little tiny screwdriver here. There it is. We're going to do the same thing. Already pretty wet here from the wash. I do not need very much of this, so I'm just doing the power switch. I think I took off too much, but I guess we'll find out. You can always put on more. Hard to take it off. Yep, looks like I need to add some. That's okay. That's okay. Right. It says power if you can't read it. Now, I've got some rune fang steel, or some silver. I'm going to dab each of the tops of the switches with a little bit of silver. Get some on my brush here. It's probably off camera. Just a little dab is all I need for each of the switches. Just a light touch. Two, three, four, 5, 6. Oh, this one's maybe a little milk. Oh well. Can't win them all. And the last little bit for the painting portion here. So we're going to go back to our Ireland sunset. And what we're going to do is put a border all the way around. There's like a trapezoidal raised section right here. And so again, I'm just going to come along with a mostly dry brush and just give it a little pop of color. Okay, a little bit of water. That's maybe a little too much on the sunset. Too much sunset. Okay, I'm actually going to spin it around. Probably keep it a little bit easier to manage. Just gently across that little raised lip. And don't forget to breathe. I'll come back and do that other half. It's okay, we can get rid of that. Notice I'm a little shaky. Hopefully you guys can still see this. I had to reposition myself so I could actually get in here. Now, the painting portion is done. What you say? Painting portion? Is there another portion? There is. That will be coming up next.